Has long been a favourite holiday destination for Australians looking for that idyllic combination, sea, sand and soul. But it is much more than a haven for surfers and revellers in search of a good time. Bali also offers a slew of luxury resorts, perfect for the growing conference market and soaking up its spiritual aura. Travel writer Ian Neubauer joining us now with his picks of the best. Ian, a warm welcome to you. Before we even get there, how is the best way to get there? What is it? What is the best way?
Well, my favourite way to get to Bali has to be Virgin Australia on their business class. They've got direct flights from Brisbane, Sydney, Melbourne, Adelaide and Perth. And they start from about less than $1,000 from Sydney and less than $700 from Perth. Now, they offer great service, of course, great food. They've got that restaurant menu from Luke Mangan. But what they actually have is 63 kilo baggage allowance.
Ooh.
That means that, of course, you're not going to take 63 kilos of luggage to Bali, but there's so much to buy in Bali in terms of furniture, art, presents. You can get all your Christmas presents, bring that back, and you won't have to pay any excess baggage.
That's a top tip. Let's talk about accommodation when it comes to conferences. So if you're wanting to take a group and do that kind of an offering, what stacks up as the best?
Okay, well if you want to do a conference, obviously you're going to need a large property with lots of facilities. So there is a very large property towards the south of Bali in Jimbaran Bay called Ayana. Now about a year ago, Ayana opened a sister property next door to it called Rimba. I've got that wrong.
Rhymes, it's rhymes, you can be forgiven.
That's right.
Yeah.
Anyway, Rimba is a bit of an art hotel. Every corner you turn around, there's some beautiful art that was designed by a Japanese artist that lives in Neubauer. So it's very visual. They've got about more than 200 rooms there, and they start from about $270, which includes breakfast. Now, the great thing again about staying in Rimba is that you can use all the facilities next door to Ayana. So you can have all your staff, all your employees at Rimba staying at these rooms. You can put your VIPs at the villas, Ayana, and they're about $1,000 a night. And last year, when all the APEC leaders were in Bali, most of the conferences were held at Ayana. So they've got 18 conference, meeting and business rooms. They've got 2 large ballrooms. They've got plenty of space for everything you need. And all of these facilities are tucked away in a different part of the resort, away from the honeymooners, away from the kids and the swimming pools and the restaurants. So you really do feel like you're in a business environment when you're over there. And of course, when business is over, you go down to Rock Bar, which is a beautiful bar right on a cliff. Right. You look at the ocean, it is probably the best bar in the world. It's spectacular.
You sound sold on that yourself. I want to go smaller scale. Say you've got some gun salespeople, you want to reward them. You don't want to kind of mix though with that kind of the great unwashed. You want something smaller.
That's right. Well, if I've got a smaller group, I'd actually head to East Bali. I'd head to Sabah Beach. This is a very quiet part of Bali. The beach is volcanic, black sand, but the water is crystal clear. And there's a property there called Sabah Jiva. And it is a beautiful property. It is about, I think they've got 6 to 8 bedrooms. You can take it in either configuration. There's a beautiful pool overlooking the ocean. You can actually have this property, including pick up from the airport, a private car, a driver, 24-hour butler service, 24-hour chef, breakfast included, of course, everything you ever need. And they're currently renting out this property in the high season for less than $2,000 a night. And that's up to 16 people. So that actually presents amazing value. And of course, the luxury is off the hook.
Well, speaking of luxury, pure indulgence and luxury. And I was there a few years ago. The byword for that was 4 seasons. Has something come and taken its place? If so, what is it? You
really can't knock the 4 seasons. I did stay at the 4 seasons in Ubud last year, and really it is faultless. Those guys, the 4 seasons have got their formula perfect. But for something really nice, something a bit different, I'd go down to Uluwatu, which is in the very south of Bali. Now, this is a famous surf beach area. It's a cliffside area. And if you walk down these little goat tracks, you get to beaches like Impossible Beach, where there is great surf. Now, on top of these cliffs, there's a bunch of properties, very exclusive, a little bit costly, but really worth it. My favourite of all of them is Anantara. Now, Anantara is a very strong brand. They've got beautiful resorts all over Asia. I'm looking forward to visiting their Phuket property next. But going back to Bali, the Anantara property really is fantastic. You can get yourself a villa, or you can get yourself a suite overlooking the ocean and the cliff. And what you do, you sit there in your balcony, on your balcony, where you're going to have a spa bar for a jacuzzi. sipping champagne, looking out over the view, and you can take one of those for just a little over $400 a night, including all taxes and surcharge.
That sounds even better than a health retreat, so I'll scrap that question and I will thank you there. We will leave it there. Appreciate it.
Thank you very much.
Ian Neubauer, travel writer par excellence there with all those top recommendations. Thanks to your company. We'll see you next week.